Alrighty, what's up, guys? The Dark Lord back here. Let's just jump right into it. Bismarck, let's play. Let's load the game. And I don't know if you guys remember last time what we were doing, but last time, in episode 1, we were setting up our kingdom, our empire, whatever, our country, we'll just call it. And we were having issues with money income, research, happiness, and several other things. I mean, it was pretty much just the whole shebang. So we've got to go in, expand a little bit more, I believe, and then focus on fixing those issues. And I think the two biggest issues are going to be happiness and wealth. So that's really what I'm going to kind of try to gear myself towards. Let's let some of the graphics load a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. Let's end this turn. You know, I don't know why it does this, but for some reason it takes off like the research wheel. Well, I apologize. I'm so sorry. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, I don't know why, but each time I load a game up, the research wheel is taken down, like automatically. I don't know why that is, but we'll fix that when everything gets done loading into the next turn. There we go. And then just click that right there. And then just click on him. Now, so you have to be careful with building roads, guys, because roads, as it says, it costs 1 gold per turn to maintain. And that can add up a lot. And since I'm only making 5 per turn, I'm not going to start building roads like right this instant. So I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait. But I am going to go over here and see what I can build in this little tile right there. And then we're going to end our turn. And, you know, like I said, guys, before in the last episode, this first couple of turns, it's going to be very, just very boring and monotonous. So I'm going to try to talk through it. I know y'all don't want to hear my mouth blabber, or me blabber for that matter, so I'm going to try and spit out as much useful information as I can, but, you know, who knows these days. Alrighty, Berlin has grown. Oh, great, 219 turns until our next citizen. That's awesome. We are going to build a farm there. We do need the food. We don't have to worry about the loss of production because we're going to be getting a new water mill in 2 turns, which produces...
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Which produces more production. And yes, I would. Now, see, when I play, I thought she was going to talk there for a minute. I'm sorry, but right there when I said in last episode when I cut a huge chunk out, one of the things that happened that y'all didn't see or I didn't really say a lot about was I met a lot of new people, a lot of other nations, and they, for some reason, got real friendly towards me, like she's doing for some odd reason, and wanted to offer their hand in friendship. And so I usually accept just to start off on good terms. That doesn't really mean I'm going to commit myself to a deep relationship or alliance with that person, but it usually does cement some kind of give there. You know, in case something bad happens, they're not going to bite my head off right away. They're going to be like, oh, well, he was our friend, so let's give him a little bit of slack. So I know it's a computer, guys. I know it's a game. I know it doesn't think like that, but I like to think that it does, so maybe we'll have something interesting pop up in the game here in a minute. Berlin demands spices. Well, Berlin, you can demand spice all you want. All we have are citrus and incense, and I don't know anyone with spices, so just be patient. Alrighty, so interesting. I think we're going to build an archer for Munich. Right, quick. And we're still at 2 unhappiness. That's great. That's magnificent. And you know, I've never paid attention to see if oh wow. And by the way, guys, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, not goat, but Goethe, I think is how you, Goethe, I don't know. Anyway, he wrote Faust, but Goethe has completed, I don't know how you say that. I was asking you guys, so if you would like to comment and let me know how to pronounce it. But Goethe has completed his greatest work, the list of the mostest literate people. I'm glad we're the mostest. That comforts me.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
Amen, John Milton. Amen. Yes, I completely agree with that. I think we're gonna look up bronze working. You know, like I said in the last episode, guys, I keep saying like I said in the last episode, and I know that gets a bit repetitive and boring, but sorry guys, I just got distracted a little bit. Forgot to turn my phone on vibrate. I lost my complete train of thought. Man, it's been a long day. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, but yes. Take 4 turns to get over there. Take as much time as you wish. Please do us all a favor. Yes, we want a library. Okay, so that's gone down, and that's gone down, and that's gone down. I've done such a good job. And the more land we see, guys, the more people we meet, the more idea we can get about how we need to strategize or how we need to go about expanding and becoming what we need to be to do well in this game. As we end another turn hapless. Consul Bismarck of Germany. Wow, it's taken them a long time to build that farm over there. I guess just the trees added a bit of extra turns and extra work. Actually, they do. I just realized that. God, I'm not working on all cylinders, guys. Pardon me, but man, it has been a long day. As we wait, here we go. Some production queues. Let's see what they want. Well, you guys can guess what I'm building. Yep, we're going to get us a shrine. That will help with our faith up here, which will allow us to get some extra stuff. But it also just allows us to, in a way, keep our people happy. And we're going to put this guy on alert. End our turn. And continue. And I'm sorry, guys, if you can hear my mouse clicking and then hear the click in the game. I know there's a delay there, and I meant to see if I couldn't turn off the effects sound in settings, but I forgot to. I came in and Kitsune was like, "Hey," Todd was like, "Hey, have you recorded the Civ 5 episode today?" And oh crap, no, I forgot. And so it's I mean, it's not late, but you know, it's the end of a day, and this has honestly been on the back of my mind. I've got so much other stuff going on, but y'all don't want to hear about that. Y'all are here to watch a video about gaming.
Here Hector entered with a spear 11.
We don't want to hear anything about that you have to say, Homer. We're good. We're good. We're really good. Okay, speeds the training of settlers by 50% in the capital, and a free settler appears near the capital. Okay, I don't know if it's just me and my stupidity, but this one always confused me at first, and then I had someone explain it to me. It says representation. Each city you found will increase the culture cost of policies by 33% less than normal. it also starts a golden age. So basically, whenever you found a city, the culture cost of policies are increased by a certain amount per how many new cities you found. So this I had it on the tip of my tongue. This decreases that amount. So if you're in the process of expanding, but you also need policies, this is a helpful tool. So I usually, before when I didn't know what that meant, I saw increase the culture cost of policies by 33% less than normal, and I was like, well, it must be increasing the culture cost, which is bad for me, so I'm not going to do that. So I never did do that. But this one, yeah, this is the one I'm going to go for, even though none of that really applies to me. It will apply to me in the future, which in the future it will help with my happiness. So I'm going to do that, even though it's not going to have an effect immediately because I don't have any trade routes or any occupied cities, but hopefully that'll help. Alrighty, you know what, guys? We're going to get trapping out of the way because our economic advisor recommends that, and I like my economic advisor. Uh-oh. And he wants us to found a farm. And that is what we'll do. Napoleon has entered the classical era. I can't remember if I have or not. You know what? The one thing I hate is when you're watching a Let's Play and you're 10 times more intelligent than the guy who's doing the Let's Play or the girl. And I know some of you must be feeling that at the moment. And I completely understand. Completely. So let's end this turn. Consul Bismarck. And I still don't know how those titles work. I mean, you can have different social policies and blah 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 blah, but sometimes I think they just mess up for some reason. Like you can have a majority dictatorial, social policies, and it'll still call you consul or doge. So who knows what's going on there, but. Alrighty. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. We got our first announcement. I hate you, Germany. I hate myself. I hate myself. Alrighty. Seems like everybody's doing better than me. So, I apologize, guys. Usually I'd be strong and whatever at this point. And see, I didn't know it at the time when I was playing Civ 4, but when I would always go to set up my settings to play, I would always set the difficulty at Settler. And I didn't know really what I was doing there at the beginning, so I just Settler, okay, whatever. I didn't really look at the other difficulty levels to have a comparative look at all of them. And so, unknowingly, I played on the easiest level of any game perhaps ever invented and thought I was just a master. And then I realized. So, that's why we're playing on Prince right now. Prince is just the normal difficulty setting for Civilization. Now, there are some people out there, I don't know about Todd. I don't know what levels he usually plays on. But there are some people who can play on Deity or Immortal. I can't remember which one's the highest difficulty setting. But they can just whip the game's butt on Deity, and it's unbelievable. I mean, their empires. I mean, they'll be huge. They'll conquer the world. They'll build all these wonders. I mean, it's really really impressive. Their economy is strong. I mean, it's amazing. It kind of makes you realize, well, you must be stupid. And then I think to myself, well, yeah, of course I am. Only stupid people realize they're stupid. That's funny right there, because that never happens.
Beasts and wandering birds do not fall into the same traps or nets twice.
A quote about stupidity and reiteration. How ironic. Or how coincidental. However you want to say it. Alrighty, we're not near water, so let's worry about masonry at the moment. In this turn here. Let's get this show on the road, people. Get this show on the road. Show on the road. Road on the show. See, all this land over here is just ripe for great agrarianization, if that's a word, industrialization. And I like to be kind of an industrious, elite type of civilization. I like to be very, I guess you could say pompous. I guess that would be the correct term. Just not necessarily extravagant or flashy, but respected and pompous, and I believe I said something about that in the last episode, and hopefully I can take you guys and get you guys a perspective of that. Okay. So basically, guys, for those of you who do not know, basically what he's saying is, he's like, I want an embassy, I want my embassy in your capital, and I want your embassy in my capital. And what that allows is, it allows for us to have permanent diplomatic communication, and it also allows for us to see each other's capital cities. It basically highlights them for us, each of us. So I'm going to accept, because, I mean, he's just a good-looking guy. Not a good-looking guy, but he's a good guy for now. And Colombo no longer needs investors. Well, dang it, I should have seized on that opportunity, even though I only have 300. Oh my gosh! I'm in a dire situation. Dire situation. We've got to do something. And there's nothing we can do. Oh, man. And see, founding another city would only make things worse. Really, any decision I make as far as units is going to just hurt my income. So I'm going to build Stonehenge at the moment. And we, over here, are going to build a granary. And early on in the game, you want to think about, when you're settling, you want to think about the proximity of others. You want to think about where the resources are. You want to think about your early cities need to be near rivers. That will help with your population. It will help with your production. It's just better for you in the long run because of all of the specialized buildings that you can build in a city that's next to a river or on a river that help with production or that help with food and growth. And of course, having a city next to a river helps with growth, which helps with production. So it all, which helps with money. So it all kind of ties in together. And rivers early on, like in actual history, are very beneficial to civilization and are really what you need to focus on if you're expanding like I am early on in the game. And that's going to cause complications for me later on because I want to expand in areas that don't have a river. So, Virgil, how you doing, my man? Alright, so now that increases happiness because it's a luxury resource. So we're going to go there. Yeah. We're going to build a plantation there. Like, next turn. So sailing is good for those players who like to focus on their navy or who like a maritime civilization, or for anybody who just happens to be playing on an archipelago map. And it allows for growth on the sea, for exploration on the sea, and just an all-around good basic start for any civilization or person or nation wanting to make their foundation with the ocean or with whatever, is on the coast. And Todd likes the ocean. He likes to settle near the ocean. He likes naval power. So he usually goes for that early on. So our happiness has increased by 1, or our unhappiness has decreased by 1. Let me say that. Sounds a little bit better, I guess. No, it sounds worse. Our happiness has increased by 1. There we go. I'll keep that. So that gives us money, and it increases happiness because it is a luxury resource. So after that, we will go here, do that, finish up these 2, I guess, and then build a road to here, which will make a trade route, which will increase our money. So it's all about how we work it in. And I know it's taken forever, guys, and I apologize for that. My computer isn't it wasn't meant for gaming. It's got a lot of crap on it, too, that I really need to clear off, which would help, so. 1240 BC. Next turn. Really? But you denounced me. I hate hypocrites. I hate them. I don't know about you guys, but... There we go. Next turn. Trying not to yawn, trying not to yawn, trying not to yawn. Ooh, I didn't yawn. That's really hard to do. God, that was hard to do. Okay, here we go. Compose yourself.
He who commands the sea has command of everything.
Thank you, Themistocles.
Welcome to the
Are you telling me that sailing was the key to the classical era? WTC, people. WTC. Oh well. Okay, we're choosing research. Things are getting a little bit more hefty as far as things go. Another C thingy majigger, really? Let's do it. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Oh, whoa! Whoa, okay. Built that, and look at where my happiness is now. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm being extra annoying today. I apologize. And I apologize for apologizing too much. So, like I said, my wits aren't all together like they ever have been in the first place. So like I said, we're going to build a plantation here for our citrus, which will increase hopefully our gold and our happiness. And build whatever I can build right there that'll just benefit Berlin. Since that's a hill, I'll probably build a mine just to increase production, which seems to be lagging a bit too much for my liking. And then after that, we're going to build a road, like I said, all the way to Munich, and then develop Munich enough to, especially these 2 plots of citrus, so that those 2 cities can trade. But really, I need to get at least another city down, at least one more city. And I know only 3 cities, that's not a lot, but, for some reason, Japan decided to move from way up there to way down here instead of settling all this land first. They're like, oh, well, let's cut him off. It's like that guy you meet every morning who turns in before you do, and it's like, yeah, F you, man, F you. Alrighty. This will decrease our food by 1, which, that's okay, but it'll increase our production and our gold. Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. What does that do? It doesn't really say what it does. I guess just 2 food, and it has the potential for 2 food and the potential for 2 gold. We'll say that. Never understood that aspect of the description. But I'm just happy, guys, that our happiness, don't get me wrong, our happiness is nowhere where it needs to be at the current moment, but our happiness isn't, below 0. So I think we're good. It seems that our research and our money need to be. Ibn Battuta has completed his greatest work, the list of the people with the pointiest sticks. Okay, so I don't want to mess with him. It seems like I'm near last. How fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I need to get here before Napoleon expands this way. Because he'll probably expand this way first. Because, his only 2 options are this way and this way. Unless there's some more land over here that I just can't see. So, I need to get this right here, another city here, and another city here. That would just make him more mad, but who cares? He's a fickle hypocrite anyway, so. Munich has grown. Tired of looking at Berlin, so let's see what Munich's like. Wow. Bland as heck. But hopefully we'll fix that in the future. There we go. See a lot of movement from other folks. I guess they're still scouting out the areas. Nothing like water. So I think that increased our food output. I didn't really pay attention. I just kind of glanced at it and I saw it increases food by like freshwater sources that are next to freshwater sources. I don't know. Something along those lines. Or we're getting 3. So that's good from those along the river. Let's do mathematics. I mean, who doesn't like math? I would be one of those people, actually. I don't like math. It's never been a fan of me, and I've never been a fan of it. And I'm sure some of you out there can absolutely agree with me. Todd, on the other hand, has been gifted. He is the math genius of the 2 of us. I stick to history, science, I stick to pretty much everything else, but he's the math guy.
Things. Everything grows old and is forgotten under the power of time.
A little bit creepy, Aristotle, but okay. Nice little graphic cinematic there. Let's expand. You know what? Like I said, the whole river thing, we may expand up here just to get that gold. And there's these other resources up here. Who knows, in the future there may be some oil that pops up. Well, yep, what did I say, guys? Now his next stop is over here. So that kind of... I may plop one down right here instead. One right here, one right here. Or one right there. And one right in here. Somewhere. Right there, maybe. Who knows? We'll figure that out when we get there. Just setting these things up. But alright, guys, I know this has been absolutely boring, and all I've done really that's mattered is talk, and but we've improved our happiness. Our money situation is horrible, and it's going to get worse once we found this city, but we're getting there, guys, and I completely apologize. I know this has to be monotonous, but the next couple of episodes, I see things picking up a bit, especially as we continue to expand. And I just have this feeling deep down inside of me that somebody's going to get really mad at somebody for something stupid, and somebody's going to declare war on somebody, so can't wait for that to happen. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. At least think about subscribing. But in the meantime, guys, see you next episode, and peace out.
Built much besides a little shack over here. We're just gonna go ahead and ride back. We have done a little work started work on the lighthouse. I didn't want to do too much on it without recording, so I just kind of made the outline. I kind of like where that water tower is currently.
I do too.
It gives the most water out of everywhere.
But well, that's there.
You can't put it down.